is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to DBL. It's Thursday, March 12th. I'm here with Stephanie Brandon. Who's this face?
Who is she?
This is Lindsay Granger,
We need to explain who Lindsay is.
Yes.
We love Lindsay.
She's one of our daytime hosts. Is this your first late show?
I watch you guys all the time, and I'm always like, they have so much more fun than we do during the day.
We do. You're on the best panel right now, for sure.
You can say that for sure.
So I wanted to come join in.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
We're going to have some
Brandon
fun.
is not thrilled that I'm here. I gotta tell you guys.
He is.
They spent all day together. They spent all day together, these two, on other panels. And also, Erica is at home. She's having the night off, so.
Yeah, so if Brandon does something, just give an Erica face.
Yeah, you need to, like,
I
give
gotta do
him
my best. Erica has
the
some
face.
good faces. It's like,
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
I'm gonna work on it, Erica. I know that wasn't good.
What
but
about
I'm
your
gonna work on
nails?
it.
What about the nail and the hand
No, I
work?
can never compete. Her nails are amazing. Like, I can't compete with the
All
regular.
right, let's get to some news. How about that? The coronavirus is on everyone's mind, of course, even celebrities. Tom Hanks and his wife are the first stars who tested positive. They're in isolation in Australia as we speak. Orlando Bloom told his Instagram followers they stopped production on Carnival Row. Now he's trying to get back home from Europe before the travel ban kicks in tomorrow. I want to get to our very own Brandon London for that story. Meantime, these TV shows have been impacted. Some are totally shut down. Others are filming without studio audiences. And Broadway also went dark. Famous shows and musicals are canceled until further notice. And to top it off, Disneyland is closed for the 4th time ever. The last time was after 9/11. It's going to stay closed until at least the end of the month. So we're seeing all of our favorite TV shows for precautionary measures to shut down. But Brandon, we mentioned at the top of the hour yesterday that you were on a flight to Germany. Why don't you explain what happened?
Yeah, man, I was sitting there and I had just disinfected my seats because I had a full row to myself. But I'm sitting there, I'm looking at these updates from the World Health Organization, and it was saying how Europe may be on red alert. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, if I get over there, red alert means when you get over here, you're in automatic quarantine. So I'm thinking maybe I get stuck over there, but I was still going to do it. And then Al Jackson, our very own co-host Al Jackson, calls in his Al Jackson voice, and he's like, "Hey, dog, you know where I'm calling?" And I'm like, "For what?" He was like, "Yo, it looks like Trump in the White House is going to ban travel to Europe." So I'm sitting there, I just grab my stuff, and I'm trying to get off, and the lady's like, "You can't get off the plane, you can't get off the plane." I'm like, no. I'm going to Germany, I'm going to Frankfurt, I don't want to get stuck over there. So I started raising my voice a little bit, and then they let me off. And it was just like, I had to show them.
It was a last-minute decision.
It's last-minute split. So they had closed the door for boarding, but not the plane yet. So that's why I was able to get off. But, you know, luckily I got off because I ain't trying to get stuck over there.
Are you happy you did? You think you made the right decision?
I think I made the right decision, but I was going over there to do my football camps, and you know, I've been away from football since the football season's been over.
And he's been really looking forward to that.
I know.
This has been booked for 3 months now, you know, and I really like working with the kids, getting them prepared for their summer camp season, not to get into the weeds of it, but that's just a passion I have, my father being and my brother being football coaches. So I'm back with my people.
Well, I'm glad you are, man. I think you did something that was precautionary, just like everyone's shutting down, including the sports teams as well. So we all got to do our part. We're going to move on right now. Former VP nominee Sarah Palin got back. You get what I'm saying there? Or does she? Just watch this clip from Masked Singer.
This is embarrassing. I'm sorry. Like, what? The show itself, I don't even know what that show is, but the fact that she was on there in a bear costume, rainbow color.
What was that?
Yeah, I don't. And then she sung "Baby Got Back." Like, out of all the songs she actually listens to, "Baby Got Back."
I think she's trying to be cool, but she's clearly, like, failing.
It's like the mom in Mean Girls, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No credit for getting up there and doing that?
You know what this is, Jeff? This is a bucket list thing. She's been wanting to sing this for quite some time now.
How do you know?
When she's in some sort of Alaskan karaoke night, I bet you this is her go-to song. And now she had a chance to do it on the forefront because everyone was always making fun of her. And even when we did the thing with Halle Berry about how they could be connected, Halle Berry was like, she's not invited to the barbecue barbecue. After doing that, she's still not invited to the barbecue.
Yeah,
but still, at least she tried.
But the thing is, like, her performance got cut off by the president's speech last night. Literally mid-performance, it's like,
I think it was doing her a favor, wasn't it? Let's be honest.
Really?
Yeah. Donald Trump was like, you know what, darling, I'm going to do you a favor and cut you off right there. Take your fuzzy pink costume off the stage. It's time to go home.
I think a lot of people agree with you. All right, guys, we've been talking a lot about Cindy Crawford's 20-year-old son, Presley Gerber. He got a tattoo under his eye. We have all seen it. There it is. That says misunderstood. Now he's defending it on Instagram. I'm going to read this verbatim. It's a quote. Most and a lot of people can get a facelifts, change genders, lip injections, and it's offensive to say anything in today's age, but I get a little face tattoo and now people love to hate me.
Okay, first of all, you cannot compare lip filler to having your face inked. Like, lip filler is something that will dissolve within months, weeks if you've got a fabulous metabolism. Well done, girls, if you do. Or guys. But seriously, it's a little bit annoying to me because this guy has won the genetic lottery.
Yeah.
His mum is Cindy Crawford. He's like come from one of the finest specimens the 90s supermodel scene have ever had. And then he decides to do this to his face? Is he kidding me? I mean, I know he's had a lot of problems. His mum's talking about taking him to therapy and counseling, but while she's at it, take him to a tattoo removalist, darling, because we all know you can afford it and it needs to be done.
And I just think he's being a baby. Like, people do come at people that have facelifts, right? It doesn't, and no matter what you do online,
you can't compare it to
blue dress.
You can't compare it to like surgery.
So that's what I mean. If you post something online, you're saying who exactly his friends and close family is coming at him?
I'm not being funny, but if you tattoo your face, that's not exactly discreet, is it? That's something that everyone's going to see, and especially when you are like an influencer, your sister is a supermodel, your mum's a supermodel, you're known for the looks in your family. If he thinks people haven't got something to say about it, that says a lot about his mental state that he's in. He's like, why are you all coming at me?
Remember when the rapper Gucci Man had an ice cream tattoo on his face?
I would have said the same thing.
He didn't complain about it. Own it, dude. Own it. Like, you know, own
Gucci
it.
Mane.
Misunderstood. Come out with some sort of rap album or whatever. You got your 15 minutes right now. Rap, rock and roll, whatever. Use it. So don't complain about it because people are going to be like, oh, privilege. Look at you crying. Whine, whine, whine.
Right.
Use it. Come out with something. Brand yourself some way. Sell some sort of product. I mean, this is America.
What does it say? Misunderstood.
Have a shirt.
It's so like ironic. Right here,
He's making a statement, and obviously, listen. I don't know the man. I'm not a doctor, but obviously, there needs to be some therapy there, right? He's trying to make a statement.
He's definitely
now he's complaining about people complaining about him.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man.
Who would you rather hang out with for a day? Chet Hanks or him?
Dude, Chet Hanks for sure.
Yeah.
Listen,
That Jamaican accent?
making statements with his shirt off about his parents, like, I like it. Okay, we all need a laugh like we're doing right now, and that's why Amy Schumer is here. She threw some shade on Kim Kardashian, or she threw on, I shouldn't say shade, she threw on Kim Kardashian's Skims under a white V-neck bodysuit. There she is. And this is her Yeezy look. Amy said, I'm here and I will walk the runway. But who wore it better, Amy or Kim?
Can we zoom in on the one on the right so I can get a little bit more?
Brandon! Put your tongue and eyes back in your head.
I'm trying to judge here. I gotta be fair.
Hey, coronavirus comes in through two of those orifices, so keep it shut.
Did you just wish that on me?
No, I said keep them shut. Stop ogling at her and be like, zoom on in on a naked body.
She's not
Let's
naked,
zoom in on the other side. How about Amy making fun of herself? I like that, right?
I
I like that. Seriously, I like that.
I guess it's not that funny.
She looks like when a male actor is gonna like dress up and put a woman's suit on.
I think it's fun, and you know what? She's a really funny girl. She has had a baby very recently, you know.
Yeah.
And so, like, let's be honest, a lot of women do need Spanx. I'm wearing Spanx right now. Are you wearing?
Skims.
I'm wearing a whole girdle right now. Not even a spank.
Like literally, and like you do wear them under your clothes, and I think she's just trying to be fun and being like, hey, I'm a normal girl too. Like, look, I can rock it. And let's be honest, has she been photoshopped, airbrushed, had tons of surgery in the same picture? So it's not really fair that we're comparing those two together, is it?
I don't mean to bring that back up, but is Kim Kardashian wearing Skims in that?
Nah.
Skims are underbody garments and also shorts and also like those are part
she
of
has
Skims.
lots of different parts
and it's
of the
like
collection.
an underwear bra line too.
So she's brought out bras and thongs thongs and shorts and
I
full
thought
body
it was
pieces.
just like a...
The whole thing is that
There's a whole
women
shebang.
of different shades don't find the right thing to wear under clothes all the time.
And so
Kim has every single
It
complexion.
kind of sucks it in.
It does. Well, it smooths out. It
Yeah.
smooths lines out, so you can wear it underneath different T-shirts or shirts and not see any lines.
Keep it right, keep it tight.
Get it right.
Shapewear. That's a good way to say it. A short way to say what we were saying.
All right, that was weird. I was just totally forgot we were doing a TV show, and I was like, hey, tell me about that. DBL is live. Coming up, Joan London is famously beat cancer in her 60s, and now she's revealing the secret to aging with dignity. Lindsey Granger, the one sitting right here, catches up with her, and next, we're guessing celebrities' famous neighborhoods in a game called Neighbor Who. Get it?
I get it.
There has never been a better time.
We're good?
The daytime is.
Like I wouldn't know about that.
So, Lindsay, you actually go home and then watch the Access show?
Well,
When I say Access show, we call our late show the Access show, but we shouldn't say Access show, so it's a late show.
so
This
usually
show.
by the time I'm like winding down at this time, so I'll be at home and then it'll just be on because the YouTube will be on. If Colin's back, he'll watch earlier ones, like when I'm coming.
Oh, yeah.
And so it'll still be running.
job, huh?
I told you guys, I sit over there when I'm not in the hours and laugh about the jokes and all of them make fun of me. Like, why is she over there crying laughing about something she heard 3 times?
Oh, man.
Man.
Gosh,
Is
I'm
it
only
me?
6
Is it
months
me?
in.
Is it me?
No, it's
'Cause me-
definitely if it would be them two, and then you. How many hosts are there? So you would be like 6. Oh, no, you'd be 7.
Oh, you're not counting people?
No, you'd be 7. Everybody else would be before you, so these would be 1 and 2. You're 7, and everybody else is somewhere. In
See, now she's getting the hang of it.
No.
No matter who sits there, they're against.
I want it authentic. Where's Erica? I want it nice and authentic. I want the real faces.
Erica makes fun of him with a message.
Yeah, it's like a fortune. It's like
I always
like
see the times when Erica lectures you
Yeah.
completely, and you don't even have a word to say after that. You're just like,
it's an African American fortune cookie when she lectures me like that.
I gotta
You know what
get
I mean?
my
She
skills
gives me
up.
this whole like thing, and she's like, to be or not to be, Brandon. I'm like, oh yeah.
If you could put a fortune in an African American fortune cookie, what would it be? Not a fortune cookie, but what? You see what I'm saying?
it would
It would be biscuit, like a cheddar biscuit.
It would be like, what's the best pie we make? Like sweet potato
Potato
pie?
pie.
Pull it out all soggy.
It is.
You're like,
Look it up.
live your life like it's
all
golden.
together, like, get it off.
Exactly.
A lot of mercy.
All right,
wrong with
we're
you?
done. Hey, so in this game, make sure. Welcome back to DBL. We all have neighbors, right? Even celebrities, and you might be surprised who's on the other side of that fence. We're going to see if we can guess their famous neighbors in a game called Neighbor Who? Oh, I'm going to give you the name of a celebrity or a celebrity couple, and then some clues about their famous neighbor, okay? And then you got to guess who it is. You guys
Working
ready?
together?
Okay.
I'll let
Working
you guys
together.
play, so you guys work together and see if you can come
Okay.
up with it,
Team
okay?
captain.
Team.
captain.
There you go. Let's start with Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel. Okay, listen carefully to the clues. If they were at their neighbor's house, they might use a green lantern to search for a certain pair of pants. So, who do they live next to?
Ooh,
Jim,
Talk it out.
Who's the Green Lantern? Is this a superhero?
No one watched that movie.
Yeah, I don't
Was
have
it
any
Ben?
idea.
Was it Ben Affleck that was the
And
Green?
pair of pants was in quotes too.
Seth Rogen? Was he
Pair
the
of
Green
pants?
Lantern?
Oh, I'm thinking about Sisterhood.
We need
Traveling
Leo, our resident.
Oh, you know
Where's Leo?
Can the booth
All
give
right,
a
we
clue?
gotta move it on. Let's see what the answer is. You guys didn't get this one.
Who?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, he was
Yeah,
the Green
wouldn't know.
Lantern. And Blake Lively, I didn't get the pair of pants reference, but
Okay, so
that was a
maybe-
hard
Okay, that was
That
okay.
was a hard
Next.
That was a warm up.
Yeah.
Oh, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. That was her movie. So you got to think couples too. All right. Next, if he were a bad neighbor, this mystery guy probably wouldn't give Martha Stewart a heads up that his driveway is slippery when wet, in quotes, okay? She'd probably say he gives being a neighbor a bad name? Oh, come on.
Are you
Who does Martha Stewart
serious?
live next to?
I have no idea.
I just tried to cheat, and I thought Beethoven was what I just read on your
Who
list.
gives love a bad name?
You give love
I got
a
it.
bad name. Doon, doon, shot to the heart.
Say the name, not the chord.
Aerosmith, Bon Jovi.
There you go.
Bon
Let's
Jovi.
look at the
Bon Jovi.
answer.
Oh.
Bon Jovi.
I was like, I know this song, but I was like, is it Aerosmith?
All right.
Beethoven,
Next.
Bon Jovi.
That was difficult.
Wouldn't it be cute if Rob Lowe were in a book club with this neighbor, especially if his favorite color were purple? Come on, y'all. Who does Rob Lowe live next
lives
to?
next to Oprah?
Yeah, but
Or
say color
Cicely
purple.
Tyson.
Huh?
Cicely
Whoopi
Tyson.
Goldberg was in that movie, too.
Oh.
I've got no idea. Well,
She might be friends with Gail, too.
Oh, so Oprah.
Oprah.
All right, let's check out the
Oprah.
answer. There you go, Oprah.
Rob Lowe makes Oprah type of money?
He's like that.
Yeah, because I saw Oprah's driveway this weekend, or her lead up to her house, and it was massive. She showed it. Like, I just want to show you what I
nice.
dream versus what I have.
All right.
We were like,
Quit
I
name
mean,
dropping.
cash.
no, I saw it
I
on
know,
a big
just
screen in a
kidding.
stadium.
Kidding. Let's get this last one in. Kendall Jenner has to stay up late if she wants to see her neighbor live because it's just too much of a man show around his house during the day. Who does Kendall Jenner live next to?
Jimmy Kimmel.
It's got to be a late night talk show. I was going to say
watch what
James
happens
Corden,
live.
but
But the man show, I think Jimmy Kimmel has
There you
some-
go. There you go. All right, let's check out the answer. I think Brandon got it. There we go. Jimmy Kimmel. That was a fun one, right?
Yeah.
And you
Well
learned a
done,
little something
Brandon.
about celebrity houses.
I learned
Yeah.
that Rob Lowe has money.
He's
A
been in
lot
the
of
game
money.
a long time, buddy. We'll be right back.
Viewer Bruce C. sent us a compelling claim he'd seen online. Quote, the coronavirus is man-made and patented. Then it details the patent made in November 2016. And Bruce isn't the only one seeing these claims. Tweets and other social media posts talk about a variety of patents for the coronavirus filed between 2015 and 2018. So let's find out. Did humans create and patent the coronavirus that's spreading from China? Our sources, the Centers for Disease Control and patent records. The first thing we need to talk about is the name coronavirus. It's actually a classification for a bunch of viruses in the same family. It's not the name for one specific virus. Corona means crown in Latin, and according to the CDC, this family of viruses is named because of the spikes that form a crown-like ring around the body of the virus. And any virus in that family is called a coronavirus. The virus spreading from China is a coronavirus, but it's not the only one that exists. Think of it like a company name versus a product name. These are all Ford cars, but they're all different. One's an F-150, one's an Escape, etc. It's the same with viruses. The CDC identifies 7 coronaviruses that can infect humans. That includes SARS in 2003, MERS in 2012, and the current strain that's infecting people, 2019 nCoV. That stands for 2019 novel coronavirus. A boring name because no one has given it an official name like SARS or MERS yet. Now that brings us to the patents. These are real patents talking about coronaviruses, and there are more of them. Turns out many countries have patents like these, and for good reason. Hospitals, researchers, and governments have patented strains of viruses in the past, so they can work on developing vaccines and ways to detect specific strains. And that's the key part. They're different strains. None of these patents are for the current 2019 nCoV strain. That was only discovered a few weeks ago. So we can verify. Patents for previous coronavirus strains exist, but they're for vaccines and detection, and they're not for the current new strain that doesn't have an official name yet.
Welcome back to DBL. Age is nothing but a number, right? No one believes that more than former TV host, journalist, and New York Times best-selling author Joan London. Earlier, I caught up with the breast cancer survivor to chat about her new book and the secrets to aging in today's DBL Spotlight. Joan London, welcome to Daily Blast Live.
Great to be with you.
So you talk about how age is just a number and should not identify you. What age do you see yourself as today and why?
45. I think I
Yes.
got off the age train there. I think we all have that number in our head because you view yourself in a certain way. And I think that that's really important to aging well. What does that number really mean? I mean, and how important is it? Because sometimes it can make you feel that you're not relevant anymore. Because how we treat ourselves is exactly how other people will treat us. So it's important that we keep this vibrant, capable, relevant attitude in our heads.
I agree with you. And you talk a lot about senior discounts. So what was your biggest senior discount? Oh no, I'm not that old moment.
So I was on the phone speaking with the Hollywood reporter. He sounded so young the second he said hello. His first question to me was, so what's it going to be like for you, Miss London, going back to morning television as a senior citizen? I almost fell off my chair.
Oh, no.
Seriously, it was like one little moment in time that completely reflects how married we are to a number. And that the minute you're like 65, you're a senior citizen. It almost feels like you had to get out of line of all the people who can still like live life, be relevant, have fun. Fortunately, about 2 weeks later, I was in a big box store and I was buying a bottle of wine for a dinner party that night. And the young woman carded me. And I was like, hallelujah.
That's awesome. And you offer all kinds of advice for women navigating menopause, including how to maintain a healthy sex life. So is your sex life doing well?
My sex life is doing well. I married a guy 10 years younger, thank you very much.
Ooh, cougar. My boyfriend's younger too.
Oh, yes?
Yeah.
I always joke that when I was 29, I got married, and I married a guy who was 39. 3 great kids, didn't work out. 20 years later, when I was 49, I got married again. I married a guy who was 39.
That's your lucky age.
I'll give you a moment to do the math on that one.
I like it. I have to ask you, what would you like written on your tombstone?
She was classy, sassy, and a bit badassy.
Yes.
But you know, that's because I want to be remembered that I lived life. I was vibrant and I remained interested in life and people and wanted to make my mark on this world.
And listen, Joan, my great-grandmother is 104 years old and still kicking and having a good time. So you have a lot of life ahead of you.
You know, I plan to make it past the 100 mark.
Thank you. And Joan's new book, Why Did I Come Into This Room, is available online and at select bookstores now. Joan, thank you so much for sharing with our DBL Nation.
My pleasure. Thanks.
Keep living, Joan. You inspire us all. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Breaker 325. We got a code 15 over here right in the corner. Yes, that's a code 15 for dirty, nasty hair, my friends. Yes, welcome back to Beauty Blast. First of all, I'm Jeray for the Slay, and today I want to talk about something that's a little personal that we've all should be doing for a while. Yes, we all know that one person who never does it though, their hair always looks real dirty. I'm talking about washing your hair, my friends. This is such a crazy subject because it's a little different for everyone, and it's really something that's personal as well. So let's break it down. You got your textured hair, you got your fine hair, you got slightly curly hair, you got your wavy hair, you got oily hair, you got dry hair, you got nasty hair, you got good hair. There's a lot of hair all over the place, right? But it's important to know what's the right amount of washing to do for your hair. Let's just start with the basics. Shampoo, conditioner. These guys are very important, my friends. There's a lot of people who just use shampoo or just conditioner sometimes, but it's important to use these guys as a pair for your ultimate best hair care, okay? Now, shampoo is important because it's gonna really get in there and cleanse and make sure that we're getting off all that dirt and grime out of our hair so it feels nice and clean. Conditioner is really important because it's going to rehydrate the hair and help to lock in moisture so your hair doesn't have to actually fray away or actually break off. It's gonna lock in and help build that protein for us. Now that we know the basics, let's go back to the actual care, okay? Now, for a lot of people, they think that you should wash your hair maybe every day. Too much. That's the last thing that you want to do because a lot of the time you can actually dry out your hair from over shampooing it. Now, at the same time, you don't want to be going like 2 weeks or so unless you have extremely curly hair. That's a whole other subject, and I'm not even going to talk on that because you know best, boo-boo, okay? I ain't even going to help you with that. Go ahead, talk to Miss Erica Cobb, and she will get you all set with that hair care journey. However, you want to make sure that you're picking out a hair care system that's going to work best for you. So if you do have more textured or curly hair, you can prolong your shampoo and conditioning typically a little bit longer, sometimes a week, sometimes 2 weeks in the dead of winter. If it's 2 weeks, make sure you're taking care of everything, honey, and get that smell together because we want to make sure everything looks cute. At the same time, if you're more on the fine side, every day might be a little bit too much. I recommend at least once every 2 days to keep your hair nice and strong and to not over process it at the same time or over chemical it at the same time. Now, some great shampoo and conditioners you can always find at Ulta, Walmart, even Sephora too. where you can find them for a great affordable pricing. I'm not even gonna go into which ones everyone should use because there's so much of a plethora. So instead, write in and tell me what your favorite shampoo and conditioner is and how often you're washing your hair. Let's chat about it and make this whole conversation a real thing, all right? We'll see you guys next time at Beauty Blast.
Every day we get tons of viewer comments, so we're going to respond to a few of them right now in DBL Viewer Blast Back. Uh-oh, here we go. Please get rid of Brandon Woe ASAP. He needs to do something else in life.
Ooh. Do we got a clip for that? No clip for that? I just figured I'd do TV because I got good cheekbones and like Jeff, I'm eye candy.
Yeah, buddy!
Breaker 325, we got a code 15 over here right in the corner. Yes, that's a code 15 for dirty, nasty hair, my friends. Yes, welcome back to Beauty Blast. First of all, I'm Jeray for the Slay, and today I want to talk about something that's a little personal that we've all should be doing for a while. Yes, we all know that one person who never does it though, their hair always looks real dirty. I'm talking about washing your hair, my friends. This is such a crazy subject because it's a little different for everyone, and it's really something that's personal as well. So let's break it down. You got your textured hair, you got your fine hair, you got slightly curly hair, you got your wavy hair, you got oily hair, you got dry hair, you got nasty hair, you got good hair. There's a lot of hair all over the place, right? But it's important to know what's the right amount of washing to do for
Shoes
your
and more. The tote has a removable shoulder strap and can be attached to your rolling luggage. Normally it could run as high as $60. Today, only $29 with a savings up to 52% off. Finally, our 2-pack Power to Go 3-piece universal smartphone lens kit. It includes 2 sets of 3-in-1 lens kits with carrying case, and all these lenses clip easily onto your smartphone. Normally it would run as much as $80. Today, only $12 with a savings up to 85% off. To get these great deals and more, go to morningsave.com, hit Daily Blast Live Deal Blast.
Ooh, that's some sweet deals.
That wasn't planned. That's just the chemistry we have on the DBL.
Y'all know I love
show.
a good sweet deal. I really want that lens kit to put on. I still have an iPhone 10, and I can take some good video.
You got some beautiful sunsets here.
Get some fancy photos with it. Yeah, they look good, right?
Well, your Instagram has all the fancy photos. I mean,
all the filters.
In fact,
baby.
He says that you have the best picture taker. I don't know who that is. We'll talk about it off camera.
Oh yeah, no, my lad Eric takes all my pictures. He's that
you
good.
got your game. It's very colorful.
Oh yeah.
Your
what can I
Instagram
say?
game is on point. You need to get those sweet deals and up that game.
Yeah, get that camera.
Lindsay, thanks for coming
Thanks
tonight.
for having me,
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Happy Thursday.